We're going to be looking at two things in this video for formatting output. We're basically going to be looking at set precision and set width. So if you look at this first part right here, lines 11 through 13, you can see that I'm trying to make some rows and columns with numbers in them. Now these rows and columns don't line up how I want them to, unfortunately. Fortunately, there is a fix for that. First, we need to use the iomanip preprocessor directive. So basically up here with our include statements, everything that's supposed to be before our program, we need to include and then the arrow, iomanip, and then the other closing arrow. After this, we can use our stream manipulator. So that's going to be either our set precision or set width. So the syntax for set width is going to be the following. We have setw, and then inside of parentheses, we have some value. And then after that, we have our two arrows pointing to our cout of how we want it to be formatted. So if we look at this first part, and I'll run it so it's in the background, we have cout set width 6. This means that we are going to have a space of 6. This number is going to fill 4 of those spaces, and so there's going to be a space of 2 left right here. For this next part right here, you can see that set width of 6, we have one value 5, so we are going to have 6 spaces here. One of them is going to be occupied by our number. Same thing with this one, 6 spaces in here, 3 of them are going to be occupied, and this is the same for the next ones down here. And you can see that our columns, rows, and everything is formatted a lot nicer than how it was previously here. Because the number appears on the right side of our field with blank spaces in front of it on the left, it's going to be called right justified. Set width needs to be included with each value because set width only establishes a field with the value immediately following it. Lastly, let's look at the set precision manipulator. So the syntax for it is going to be the following, where we have set precision. I think Replit autofilled this. This should not be here. Neither should this be. It should only be one line. Set precision, and then we should have X inside of here. Okay, Replit has this AI thing where it sometimes autofills a lot of information, and when you don't want it to, it can be quite annoying. So the syntax for it is going to be set precision. We have parenthesis and then X inside of here. X is going to be the number of digits not after the decimal point, but the number of digits total. Bad Replit, stop it. This is the correct information here. If you're trying to read ahead, sorry about that. It's not my fault. See, it's trying to do it again. It's trying to do it again. Anyways, let's look at the examples I have, lines 32 through 36. So line 32, we have a set precision 4, and we have this huge number right here. Now notice that 4 only goes up to here, and then decimals over here. And this is going to be the same thing, same issue with line 33. So our C++ is smart enough to use scientific notation to represent these numbers, only showing 4 or 2 values respectively to what I'm asking. If the set precision goes past this decimal point, you'll see it stops here, and then the same thing for the next two. It also rounds it, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Set precision stays in effect unlike our set width until it's changed to some other set precision to value. Set width and set precision can be combined together for when you need to format something as well as make sure it prints out the right, or how many you want, number of values before or after a decimal point. Now, how can we control how many comes after the decimal point? Because remember, previously we controlled how many come out together. So we had either 7 here, 2 here, we had 5 here. But what if we wanted like 4, and not just 4 total, but 4 after the decimal point? Well, you're in luck because the fixed manipulator can do this with set precision. It forces the cout to print the digits in the fixed point notation or decimal, so it's going to print values after the decimal. When the precision of a number is set too small, numbers tend to print themselves in scientific notation, like we saw up here. When fixed and set precision manipulators are used together, the value specified by set precision manipulator is the number of digits to appear after the decimal. So notice on line 52, we have cout, we have fixed, we have set precision, we have this value in here, and then we have a number here. Well, this value is going to determine how many numbers are going to be after the decimal point. And you can see that right here. It's 4, 4 is printed out. Let's look at our showpoint manipulator as well. So for couts that require trailing zeros, you should use the showpoint along with fixed and set precision. That's going to be the output right here. Now it's still fixed, but good practice is to put fixed in here like this, fixed, and then showpoint, and then our set precision. you can see that we have 7 values after our decimal point, specified with the 7 I put in here. The reason why it's showing these zeros is because I used the show point right here, and it'll print out the zeros instead of just leaving it blank. You can see I did not originally have 7 here. And I know we're going backwards, but if we scroll back up, there's a new section here. Number 7 is left justified. So it's basically the same thing as right justified, just on the left side. Remember how I said it automatically and by default prints it out to the right? Well, you can change that. All you gotta do is in front of the set width, in front of the 2 arrows here, all you gotta do is put left. And just like previous ones down here, it's going to stay in effect until you manually set it back to right. So if you wanted to set it back in front of this set width, you do it right here, where you'd have like right and then this set width. And that is pretty much how you would change from left to right. Those are the other manipulators down here. And that's going to be it. If you have any questions on any of this, leave them in the comments below. And if you want more C++, you want to continue studying, check out that playlist link below the like button.